Hi. I guess I have a few questions. Because I feel like I live in information overload anyways from all this stuff that comes through email and webinars and classes and newsletters and et cetera. There's so much information out there, let alone if you happen to turn on the television. So I can see this as sort of a marketing tool, of identifying yourself, your voice tool. But my question is, what is its value? How do the people who it could have value to find you? And, you know, we live in such a noisy world. How is this something that rises above the noise, both, and is, you know, a rewarding sharing of somebody's, whatever it is they have to share, and reaching people to whom it could really be useful?
Usually people who follow me usually are people who I've had one-on-one conversations with or develop a relationship through either an organization like this or others. And they're the ones who find it useful and like it. But like anything else, yes, there is a lot of clutter out there. How do you make yourself known differently, etc.? For me, because I'm just me doing it, nothing fancy, it's developing personal relationships. So it's been a very slow process by which I get people to listen to me, but you also have to market yourself. You have to constantly be putting things out there. LinkedIn, Twitter, just constantly putting it out there on a regular basis, and people will pick it up. And again, people may not listen to every single episode, but they may pick up on various episodes. Like a very successful series of episodes that I did was on taking a client to small claims court, and the whole process by which I had to sue a client and the whole thing. People said, oh, that interests me. What do I need to do if I'm a consultant and I need to take someone to court? And I went through everything that I did, the whole year plus it took me to get my money back. Wasn't a huge amount of money. And then I did an episode on, all the considerations you need to do. So I think a lot of it, again, for me, is just my personal branding with people, personal relationship with people. I don't have any advertising budget. I don't have a PR person who can handle this and get the word out or push it Google type thing. So yeah, it is a lot of noise. It's one of the things you're going to have to figure out, is it worth it for you to do or not to do? Because it's taken me a while to get a small following of regular listeners, people who, like today, I don't know what it was, I had 53 downloads today, which is a large number for me. But I use this as a marketing tool for myself, that if people want to listen to me, want to learn more about me, they can listen to my podcast, etc. So I'm always the soft sell kind of guy. I'm never a hard sell. So I don't know if I'm rambling on, Carol, and making any sense to
Well,
you.
no, I guess I might also piggyback on that question. Podcast versus, video, the short video.
So I think it all depends upon how much you want to be in front of the camera. I have a friend of mine who's a real estate agent and who does Instagram postings once a week. He hasn't gotten any business from it, but people says, oh yeah, I remember your podcast. I remember your Instagram. I remember that. My daughter does a lot of social media. She does, she's called Tastes of the Union. She's a food influencer with about 9,000 plus people following her. And it's taken her about 2 years to start to get paid to do this. Actually, more than 2 years, probably had 3 or 4 years to actually start getting paid to do it. So you can do it. They need to be short. They need to be moving. So it really will depend upon what you're trying to market and sell. That's really it. And are you willing to have someone help you do the video, maybe do some editing, or are you just going to kind of just put it out there like I do with my podcast? And I've done some videos too. So those are some things to think about, Carol.
Can I do one more PS and make, since nobody else, somebody get a word in edgewise in a second, but you just said market and sell. Is this always about marketing and selling, or is it about advocating, evangelizing, or, we live in a world in profound need of healing, change, yada, yada.
Mhm.
So I would guess podcasts must cover the whole gamut of,
Yeah, I mean, podcasting, you still need to get your word out, let people know that you have a podcast. You do need to do some marketing. And I just want to talk about one other thing that I neglected to mention is there's an app. If you want to do podcasting on literally by accident, podcasting on your phone, there's an app called Wisdom. I can invite you if you're interested and let me know, where you can actually come on and do podcasting on your phone whenever you want. You want to do today. Some people, it's kind of what I'm starting to see more and more in the industry, these apps where you can podcast. Some of it just becomes a lot of rambling. People just ramble on. In the early days, it was really good. People talked about some substantive stuff, but now it's kind of people get on to kind of talk about lots of generalities. So the answer is you do have to do some marketing. You do have to let people know that, hey, I've got a podcast out there, however you do it, no matter which way you turn.
thank you so much.
Oh, no, you're welcome.